Good evening, Vande Matram. Welcome all of you. So, this evening we are having a new type of discussion on a new topic, the birth of blessing packets. You know, after we go there for darshan, we meet the mother. Even now, we expect some blessings before retiring. So, these blessings is given that these blessings, that is given to you on behalf of the mother, or initially it was given by the mother, now it is on behalf of the mother. So the birth of the blessings packet, by the passage of time it came to picture. So on that we will have a brief discussion right now, the birth of blessing packets, how it took place, how it came to the fore, how it was prepared. So thing was there, the topic, we will have a short discussion on that. Okay, we'll see the tiny blessing packets associated with our ashram. Every time you go, that the best blessing packet, around 25 or 50 blessing packet will be there of different colors, of course, you will see. So are unique in themselves in many and varied ways. That is what been first line. It is unique unique in themselves in many and varied ways. They are traveled all over the world. It may be on road, it may be on steamships, on naval vessels, and or on ordinary and adventurous country rafts, on aircraft or like helicopters, supersonics, air buses, gliders, balloons, or even on the mix by trains, by cars, by buses, by bullock carts. So many ways it has been transported, because everybody needs blessings. So these blessings packet are carried by through different carriage units, and through different modes of transportation. So in anyway, but most of all they have traveled on bicycles placed with love and reverence in the packets of devotees. They travel very often close to the heart of people. So this is very unique, very it is a great thing. Through different modes of transportation, it goes to the close to the heart of people. That is what the glorious description on blessings. Anyway, again, if the small blessing packets are seen in whatsoever whichever corner of the world it be, wherever you find, anywhere, it is once connected with the mother and the Sri Aurobindo Ashram Pondicherry. So wherever you find a leaf of the mango tree, it is mango tree, no doubt of it. Maybe you are not able to see the tree here, but somewhere it has flown through the river currents or through the sea waters. It is there, definitely it belongs to the mango. So like this, it belongs to the Sri Aurobindo Ashram Pondicherry. There is nothing of the kind anywhere else associated with by spiritual group or temple. If it is only, it is a spiritual blessings direct from the mother and the Sri Aurobindo of Sri Aurobindo Ashram Pondicherry. If there is a blessings wrapped in small 4 cms and 3 cm envelope, you can find at best that is the size 4 by 3 like this. It is made up of a decorated paper with a seal of the symbol. Mother or Sri Aurobindo symbol will be there. Sure enough that it has come from Sri Aurobindo Ashram Pondicherry, nowhere else, nothing else. It is only size may be like this 4 cm by 3 cm with the very decorated cover paper you can find. It indicates and supplies that it is from the ashram only. And they are not only unique in their appearance, they have thousands and millions of stories to tell, each one unique in its own way. So, what is the story? Real hidden story behind it, that is what. So, we'll see something. This one was told by the mother, this story. Once a man was traveling by a bus. One story is coming to picture. Once a man was traveling by bus. It was in Goa during the struggle for freedom from Portuguese rule. Then that war was going on, that freedom movement in Portuguese, that in Goa. So people were revolting to come out of this Portuguese reign. Often there was mobs on the way, stopping vehicles, looting, stoning, even killing the passengers. This man was leaving Goa, and on the way, the bus stopped. very unpleasant situation that the boss called. There was utter chaos and confusion and crying and sinking throughout. That time actually this position was very much heart stinking, very interesting. He was very scared, but at some moment he remembered about the blessing packet in his packet. He could remember. It was unbearable. That the scenario was really hilarious. You can imagine. This man was traveling. That boss stops and he remembered there was a blessing packet in the blessing packet in his pocket. She clutched at it and called for help. That was what. Then immediately what happened? There was no need to say anything more. And as experienced by many, the help was there. It was the matter of faith, the mother had said once. So it was matter of faith, this blessing packet, it helped him like anything. Mother has quoted. So this tiny packet had a very simple and humble birth. Our Champaklalji used to say, he had a say, because through this all these great stories, great happenings, some Champaklal is the very much person behind all these miracles. So Champaklal ji used to describe this in his pocket. So Champaklal ji says, early in the beginning the mother used to give a rose to Sadhaka. While mother was physically present, he used to give a rose to the packet who went to her for pranam. Then she started give the rose petals. This is what, because we are not in a position to judge what really the mother wants to do. Maybe with petals or with the full flower, she tries to give a lot of things. And see, this giving, these petals or these roses, her touch was there, and it signified a lot of things you can't imagine. So some people were very much cheerful, and they received the petals with both hands and put them in their handkerchief or in packet. That was the receptivity. So their feelings and reverence could be seen in their action. They were so consciously careful that even if a tiny petal fell down, their unhappiness could be seen on their face. Nothing so careful, in a gorgeous manner, well prepared manner. They would delicately lift the dropped petal, touch it in their eyes and forehead before placing it in the handkerchief. It was a scene. It was a scene steeped in bhakti. So that's what initial comment the sadhakas of the people who were coming and getting the blessings from the mother. Even if something is falling down, they had a unhappiness in the face. An unhappiness in the face, and they used to lift it, touching the feet with their eyes or eyebrow or forehead, and then they will be picking it in their handkerchief and keep. Then only that smile will come. And later, what happens? While so what happens? That was the bhakti. So while alas, some others were careless and we are in a hurry. They won't be knowing what is the thing, what is the blessings, what the thing is there. So they seemed to as if snatching the petals or rose from her hands. They're very much careless and snatching the petals from her hand, they would quickly push them into the bucket, dropping a few petals on their way out. They don't know what is the real use, they don't know. A few would turn back to pick up the petals. They would receive a lovely smile from the mother. Some did not bother, but often lucky ones were called back to them by the mother. She would sweetly point to the petals on the ground. They are careless, simply falling, and falling petals they will be collected by some people who are nearby. Mother will be smiling, and some people, even if they are putting, they are unaware. Mother will be calling, and and sweetly point at the petals on the ground. So again, when Champaklal saw all these things, what is going on, all the scenario, all these things, when Champaklal saw this, as he was never to hear her when people went her for pranam, he started making little packets for these petals. So this was the very much grand creation by Champaklal. The very first ones were made by the old sadhaka Charudatta. Charudatta started it. He used to come to the mother with, with lots of reverence and devotion, but could not manage to lose petals. So the tiny envelopes were specially made by Charudatta because it is falling. He has to gather so many ways how to pick up. So for the safety and the security, Charudatta started this packet system. Thus was born the blessing packet made by in simple butter paper. Simple butter paper it was initially started. Then Birendra, another sadhak, offered to make these envelopes with symbols embossed on the flap. So second, after this, Charudatta came the Birendra. He had some special design like symbols embossed on the flap. So when the marbling of paper started, the department marbling is started in the ashram, the paper made its way for making all this second decorative envelope for the butter paper bag holding the rose petals. So that was another time, another format, marbling session, marbling of paper started. Then actually the decoration took the second decorative envelope for the butter paper bag holding the rose petals. Then came the work of drying the rose petals and placing them into flat. That is what, because it has to be very much longevity for this longevity, safety and security. So lots of some senior sadhaks were now busy making these blessing packets. These are normally seen. When the practice of using the decorative covers becoming common, fancy paper from all over the world started arriving in sweet competition. Initially, it was there, everything was prepared inside these premises, but when it became a fashion, people came and realized that it has got its true meaning and it has got to its value. Then, from nook and corner of the world, this decorative paper came, you started coming, and it became almost one competitive type. So, handmade papers, competition asking to be used for the purpose, and what a variety of beautiful papers we are poured in. You can imagine not only from this Pondicherry or nearby, from throughout the world or nook and corner of the world, this colored paper, it started pouring in. There was a competition that things will be provided and delicately and sweetly it rushed into Pondicherry surrounding for this purpose of making the packets. So again, the next phase it starts here. There was a sober rice paper. Again, next step. Sober rice paper, bright shining foil, satin finish smooth paper, and the silk thread embedded handmade papers. All these things, and actually it took place in the handmade paper mill, which started later in the history of our ashram. So sometimes they were printed, and or else they were plain. You can see in both the ways, printed or plain it came, and of course the story goes back to the handmade paper mill. So these were fanciful, they were aristocratic, and they were quietly simple, more brilliantly decorative. The outer cover was made according to liking of persons who made them. So this was not finally designed everything. It changes from time to time, from persons to person, over the likeness, that choice. It played an important place. Then you whatever that later on another sadhak thought of putting small photos on the packets. That was another phase. Thus started the series of blessing packets with mothers and Sri Aurobindo's photos fixed on envelopes. Now itself normally we see. But the best were the plain butter paper packets. The mother sometimes wrote blessings and the name of the person to whom she was giving. That was printed or written. These simple ones are really the rarest, as just a few fortunate persons to have them. Mothers, blessings will be written, person's name will be written, really unique in style and design. At times, the mother, as she gave them to her blessings, gave those packets special meanings. When she chose a packet for a particular person, she took her own unhurried time to choose a packet from the various bundles she kept nearby. So already I have discussed that it depends upon the color, the style, the type of paper, and whatever message to be written. Everything was to be designed or decorated as per the personality and the sadhaka. Of course, the characteristic of the sadhaka. So it was not unique. It was unique for everybody. Nobody knows what is to be given because mother inwardly knew the quality of the sadhaka and what really his needs and of course requirements. Accordingly, it was given to him. So the blue one is for the man who is not able to sleep. Sometimes the significance that the blue cover, blue ones was for them who was not able to sleep. Not able to sleep, those people who they were given the blue ones. This one is for his worried wife. Some things worried wife, somebody's wife was worried most of the time, so this was given to him. These 5 packets for the family. These 5 packets for the family, but be careful. This one is for the girl with a sweet soul. Don't mix with others. Already again and again I have quoted. It depended upon the personality and the nature of the sadhaka. So for that only with special reference, mother was sending the messages. So there are just a few of her innumerable little messages that accomplish the blessing packets. Again, we can go little bit forward. Sometimes she would press the packets in her palm, making your whole body thrill with the touch. It depends upon the sadhaka who had the opportunity of meeting the divine mother physically. So that time actually what this has been written and this has been quoted beautifully. Sometimes she would press the packets in your palm, making your whole body thrill with the touch. Her touch through your palm, it is coming and it is protecting. And she would tenderly keep the packets in your hand and whisper, Mon petit. That's what in your this murmuring will become Mon petit. So there are hundreds of stories regarding the ways in which mother gave these blessings packets. Hundreds of stories, and how particular she was when she gave the packet. So never nothing to worry, nothing to be confused. It depends upon the requirement and of course personality and the quality of the sadhaka, consciousness of the sadhaka. As accordingly it was given by the mother for the at different times upon different touches. So again, how particular she was when she gave these packets. When the head of a department or a center wanted a number of packets for distribution, he would say, Mother, I have some blessings packet. That is what. Suppose some departmental head or center, she wanted number of packets for distribution, he would say, Mother, can I have the blessing packets? That's what. Blessing packets. Most of the time now also we are going and having the blessing packet from the concerned person who is in charge. That is what we see. And may we have the blessing packet, please? That time also it was happening. She would ask how many. Same question, same answer being put is now very familiar in the present day scenario also. How many? About 50. That is the answer. She would pick up a pile of or two, or normally 25. Now itself that packet it is containing normally 25, but even 50 or 100 also. It is very common in this platform now. So she will pick up a pile or two at random, fill them in her palms and give them. That is what. With this, the touch is coming. With this, the blessings is actually is spreading. And invariably, the number of packets would be precisely requested number. It is very interesting to see whatever the number you have asked and whatever the blessings have been given by the mother by picking up the pile maybe more than one, so that will be very much in coincidence with the requirement you're asking. That is very critical. So this was a great moment because normally this is not coming to the Pope when nobody is interested to know the story. At anyway, there is a story. All the story you can see behind everything. We can find a story. So even if you are finding the story of Champaklal ji, Charudatta, Birendra, latter person, some people who are associated but not so much prominent, whose names we have not recalled, but the thing is that this is the story, this is the blessing packet. And somebody quotes, Mother, you are here to bless us. You can never leave us without distributing the blessing packet. So this is the story of the blessing packet. This is the story of her thoughts. This is the story of her, blessings. Nobody can forget. So this is time, at least with a great gratitude, we must try to understand the meaning, the reality. So that is the call of the hour. Vande Mataram.